it's time for Christmas. Oh, it's time for us. Oh, it's time for Christmas. Don't you know?
Hello everyone, welcome to episode 17 of Vlogmas. We are coming live-ish from one of my fields. There's the big tree that fell down, that's over there. After Storm Arwen. Now I was going to go through this mud and have a look just to see, but I've just seen Jasper run through this. Oh no, that's me when he's getting stuck. That's about 3 foot deep. There's Jasper down there. Oh, there's another tree that's gone over here, look. Yeah, I think that come down in Storm Christoph last year or early this year. That one didn't, that's new. Oh right, so that's another tree we got down. That's definitely new, that one. You can make a nice little base under there, couldn't you? And there's a ball. What's that ball doing in there? That's Kalen, he must have brought that down when he was little. Right, episode 17, let's crack on with it. The story today is, if we can ever get it open, bear with us. I remember reading this in EPCOT as well. It's Robin Hood and Royal Help Wanted. Here we go. I can see Jasper there. Hang on, let's put you up. That's better. Prince John, and we'll do this while walking around the field. See if we can see any other damage. Prince John and Sir Hiss. That's Hiss. I think John's that dude on the left, and Hiss must be the snake. Good deduction there, Sherlock. Prince John and Sir Hiss had just finished repaying their debt to society in the rock mines. Right, so they were in the nick. They'd been done for being naughty, and they went to prison. They discovered that Robin Hood had given back the citizens hard-earned money, and that meant that Prince John had not a penny to his name and no one to boss around anymore, except Sir Hiss, of course. Well, that's what snake's like for you, isn't it? These don't look too bad over here. All right. I think that's it though for trees. We're going to walk back to that big monster one that's come down. Well, it's quite obvious that you're going to need to get a job, the prince told Hiss. Me, sire. Hissed the snake. Of course, John replied. You can't very well expect me to get a job. And so Hiss set off into town. First, he stopped by Friar Tuck's church. Everyone deserves a second chance, Friar Tuck told him, and it just began. And it just so happens I need a bell ringer. Right, we could see the king being a bell ringer, can't we? He pointed up to a huge bell that hung in a tower of the church. Where else is a huge bell going to be? Look at all these branches down. There's all the sheep. Meh. 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 They're just looking at me. I'm hoping they're inquisitive and they come here. If I stand here for a second, they might come. Nope. Looks like that one's decided that they don't want any. Oh, he's off. Hmm. And so every hour, Hiss grabbed hold of the rope. Hang on a second, I've cheated there and jumped. He pointed to the huge bell that hung. No, I hadn't. And so every hour he grabbed hold of the rope and pulled it with all his might. The sound of the bell was deafening. It was so bad at 1 o'clock they had to ring the bell once. Hang on, that doesn't make any sense. The sound of the bell was deafening. It wasn't... That makes more sense. It wasn't so bad. Let's put that light on. It wasn't so bad at 1 o'clock because, well, it wouldn't be, would it? Because you're only ringing it once. Dong. How much hard work's that? To be honest, that's an easy job, innit? If my job was to get up and they just said, oh, Wade, here's a good, here's a good salary. All you've got to do is get up there and ring that bell at 1 o'clock and then twice at 2 and then 3 o'clock. I suppose it'd be all right for a day. Then you'd start getting sleep deprivation, wouldn't you? But then you'd take it in shifts. That's an easy job. I want that job. I want it. But around 6 o'clock, the clangers started to give him a colossal headache because it go dong, 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 dong. At 12 o'clock, oh, he's going to go do lally at 12, isn't he? He quit and went looking for a job elsewhere. He's got no perseverance. Hiss tried the bakery, but they told him he needed hands, or at least paws, to knead dough. Then he went to the... Well, of course, that's nuts. You can't have a snake working in a bakery. You can't, can you? Even I know that's mad. Then he went to the blacksmith and asked him for a job putting horseshoes on horses, but the horse were terrified of snakes. They do. If they think there's a snake there, they'll just bolt. Finally, Hiss gave up and returned home. Prince John was not pleased. Now, what are we supposed to do for money? I tell you what, John boy, why don't you get off your backside and you get off your bottom and you go get a job? Instead of sitting there in your ivory tower telling all us to work, why don't you go and get a job, mate? Finally, he gave up and returned home. Prince John was not pleased. Read that. Now, what are we supposed to do for money, he demanded. I'll tell you what, sell that crown that's on the top of your head. Let go of that and then we don't have to work. I refused to beg. Those wretched commoners wouldn't give me anything. They would give anything to see you humiliated. Well, too right. You're absolutely right, sire. They would, explained Hiss. That's it, follow me. Before Prince John could protest, Hiss had the lion locked in the stocks in the middle of the village square. Pay a farthing and pelt the prince with a tomato. Oh, called Sir Hiss. In minutes, the queue of adults and children stretched into the distance. Most of them had a pretty good aim. Wah! Wee! Cried Prince John, his face dripping with tomato juice. But sire, Sir Hiss said, look at all these coins. What's the moral of that story? I don't think there is one. He went to prison because he was a naughty boy. They got out, he refused to work, and the only work he could get was by standing there with people throwing rotten tomatoes at him. I don't think there's any moral in that story at all, really. Because it's not saying work pays, is it? It's saying an easy way to make money is to stand there and get the people who don't like you to throw fruit at your face. Oh, don't do that, kids. That's naughty. Right. Thanks for watching us. That's Vlogmas episode 17. I think we've only got one more to record, but we'll see you tomorrow back in Florida, day 18, I think. And I think it's only a week till Christmas, isn't it? Oh, I'm getting so excited. This is brilliant. Anyway, happy Vlogmas. Please like, subscribe, do all the YouTubery, and I will see you tomorrow. Meh! Meh! Bye for now.
Oh, it's time for Christmas. Oh, it's time for us. Oh, it's time for Christmas. Don't you know?